Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
As we start to realize what we've always thought we were going to realize, is I will be buying hard assets, and that will include paid for land, gold, silver, hard assets, because part of this metaverse thing, and you write this down, folks, because I'm telling you, and it clicked with me. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, somebody that would know, and they said, you know what I'm going to do when all this metaverse stuff happens, and this is an older person, and they're thinking the same way I am. When all this metaverse thing, yeah, there's going to be a lot of money made on the metaverse. But I believe the elites and the smart people are looking at it like this. We dip into the metaverse, we make a ton of money, and then we put it in real money while all the hordes are diverted buying a bunch of garbage in the metaverse, whether it's a car in the metaverse or whatever. I believe that the prices are literally going to, somebody said this to me, I believe the prices are literally going to come down in the real world while all the hordes are guided into the metaverse to blow their money on a bunch of garbage. Now, listen, and let me say it again. I'm not saying that all of the investments in the metaverse are going to be garbage. No, I'm not saying that. Just the opposite. I'm saying there's going to be a lot of money made. And what I'm telling you is take the money that's made and invest it in real hard assets in the real world, because that's what the big boys are going to be doing. Write it down. You heard it here first, I think. So one of those things I'm doing, and I've already started doing it, central bank, we've watched, and I told you on this channel too, over the last few years, the central bankers have been hoarding and accumulating gold while they're pointing at Bitcoin, and all these guys are talking about, oh, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. I believe it's been by design. And I'm not saying Bitcoin's not going to go up into the future. I think it will. But make no mistake, gold and silver, hard physical gold and silver, are not going anywhere, okay? So, listen, so this is something, and I actually talked to these guys. And by the way, these guys are not a sponsor. I'm just telling you what I did. Watch this video. This is the website is Glint Pay. I'm going to put the link to this website in the very top of the description of this video. I want you to watch this because I started doing it this week. Watch how it works.
Glint is the world's new gold currency. Glint gives you first-time access to gold and the ability to spend it instantly. The way we see it, gold is the fairest possible money, the only true money. Our global platform for gold, foreign currency exchange, and payments is independent and more reliable than a normal bank account. That's because Glint lets you buy, save, and spend gold instantly through a simple iPhone or Android app. When you fund your Glint account with US dollars, you can convert them into gold whenever you wish. Then you can spend your gold or US dollars instantly via your Glint MasterCard, anywhere MasterCard is accepted globally. Soon you will be able to pay bills and share funds with friends and family via the app. There are no hidden charges, and if a currency plummets or your bank overextends itself, no worries. Your gold is still yours. Securely locked in Brinks vaults in Switzerland and insured by Lloyd's of London in a segregated account, independent of any government system or control, keeping your precious savings safe and secure. Register for your Glint account today by downloading the app from your favorite app store. Glint, the world's gold currency.
This is going to provide a lot of peace of mind for myself. I'm going to have the Glint card. It's a debit card, and you can literally have cash or gold in your account, and you can decide what you're going to, and they're going to add other currencies as well, and probably crypto too, and you can decide which one you're going to put that you want to spend when you go to the store. So if you want to spend your gold, which I probably won't, but if I want to, I can. Let's say we have people always talk about things really hitting the fan in a horrible situation where you had a currency crisis or whatever. I would have my Glint card, and my gold would be going up while everything else is collapsing, and I would have my purchasing power, literal purchasing power, would be going up, and I could use my Glint card. That's why I'm excited about it. So I'm going to put the link to this in the top of this description so you can check it out. All right, now, we don't talk about politics on this channel. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of bleeding over from politics to crypto and what we talk about, and the SEC and Gary Gensler, and so I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to skim over the top of it just so that you're aware of it, because it's important. This is from ProCoin News, and you can read what that says. And there's a few things I don't talk about on this channel. One is this person and anybody with her last name. The other is really just politics in general. But there's several things I don't talk about on this channel. But that's one of them. But our old buddy Gary has been wrapped up in this situation. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of skim over the top of it. And this was an XRP Crypto Wolf tweet. SEC Chair Gary Gensler was that person's campaign CFO during this, okay? And I said, I don't get into politics on my channel, but I do have to point out that we now have a straight line from Perkins Coie to Gary Gensler. This is the same firm that Lowell Ness, who said he wrote the safe harbor memo representing Andreessen Horowitz, which became the Ethereum free pass. And that is how we will touch on it. It's right here. It says the campaign paid Perkins Coie $5.6 million, and this has everything to do with this whole controversy right here, okay? I think Gary might have bigger problems. And if you don't remember who Lowell Ness of Perkins Coie is,
full decentralization, and that's what the Hinman speech, which tracks my memo pretty well, has come out and said. And the Hinman speech has generally said, okay, decentralization, we think, gets both Bitcoin and Ether out of securities law status. And sort of the way I positioned it in the memo was, that's kind of like a bookend. That's like an easy case. Like, if it's fully decentralized, there's no real issuer, so it's relatively easy to test for a fully decentralized token.
All right.
Full decentral.
So there's Lowell Ness. All right. Then we've got this. This is one of the best Bitcoin ads ever created. This is from Canada.
First, we are broadening the scope of Canada's anti-money laundering and terrorist financing rules so that they cover crowdfunding platforms and the payment service providers they use. These changes cover all forms of transactions, including digital assets, such as cryptocurrencies. The illegal blockades have highlighted the fact that crowdfunding platforms and some of the payment service providers they use are not full.
Okay, I think you get the picture. And Warren Davidson put this tweet out. Our office will be introducing legislation in the U.S. House of Representatives shortly to protect Americans from this version of overt theft. Please let your member of Congress and senators know. Then we've got this, because this is look, we've talked a lot about the Ethereum free pass and the controversy around that and the SEC and all the shady things going on. Well, Ripple and TAIG are pointing out what I consider to be another prong of what should be a controversy, and that is something I've been talking about a lot. And what I've been talking about a lot is we've got several crypto organizations that are putting themselves out to the crypto industry as a crypto industry trade group. Several of them, and just about all of them are call themselves an industry trade group, but the only thing you ever see them support is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Maybe one or two others, but they never support Ripple. They never come out to do anything to support John Deaton and what he's doing. It's a pattern, and I'm telling you, this is part of the whole thing. And I look at what's been done with the Ethereum free pass as like an octopus with tentacles. You have over here, you got the SEC working with these guys behind the scenes. You have the crypto media that's tied up in it, because they intentionally won't say anything bad about Bitcoin or Ethereum, and they put themselves out like they're a media organization when they're really controlled by these people. Then you got over here these industry trade groups doing the same thing, another tentacle. Then you got over here the talking heads that anytime they want to, they get to go on CNBC and they get to go on the traditional financial media, and it's always a theme of Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's been this way for years now. Okay? And then you have the traditional media themselves. You have CNBC. When's the last time you saw CNBC tell you anything honest about the Ethereum free pass? Never. Because they're one of the tentacles. We've mapped this thing out, folks. I can see around corners with this thing now, and the truth will set you free. It's right there in front of your face. And these people, that's the reason none of them can address it. There are many of them who are attorneys that are much smarter than I am, but guess what? They don't have the truth on their side, and so they can't comment. I have the truth on my side. We're right. We've been right the whole time, but we've been proven right at every turn, and now we can literally see around corners in this thing. And they hate it because they know we've got them on the ropes, and you can't get off those ropes with lies because we got you pinned down with truth. Period. And everybody knows it. And it doesn't end well for liars. That's my experience. Now, so Ripple has pointed out here, Coin Center is talking about regulation of token sales. And he says Peter Van Valkenburg in this video shows how Ethereum should slide past Howey. And they've got charts and everything. Everything's about Ethereum and Bitcoin. Then TAIG says, yeah, man, it was him and Jerry Brito that got Ethereum free pass through Gary Gensler. Peter blocked me for calling him out, but Brito hasn't yet. Coin Center effed all this up for the entire industry, and we found out. They're exactly right, folks. But here's the other interesting thing about what they're talking about here. This Peter Van Valkenburg, do you remember the video where Ryan Zagone's on stage and he says, proof of work doesn't work, and he said Peter's probably gonna be upset about this. Well, that was Peter Van Valkenburg, the guy he was talking to. He was telling the truth. Ryan Zagone was telling the truth on stage way back whenever that was, 2018 or whatever. He was telling the truth, and Peter didn't like it. These people have worked, and they're calling themselves crypto industry advocates, and they're not. They're Bitcoin and Ethereum advocates. And so this needs to be called out. And guess who did? Breaking news. SEC, Justice Department are probing block trading at Morgan Stanley, Goldman, other Wall Street firms, examining whether banks may have improperly tipped hedge fund clients in advance of large share sales. Don't act surprised. Well, what I would say to this is here's how this story ends, folks. Every once in a while, the SEC does these kinds of things so that they can create the perception that Wall Street is held accountable when it's a complete load of crap, as you and I both know. So here's how this ends. A, nobody goes to jail. B, they will pay a fine, but the fine will be significantly less than the money they made doing these illegal, whatever, block trades or whatever they did, okay? That's how the game works. That's their lies, and we're telling the truth, and they don't like it. Okay, Elon Musk, over 250,000 Starlink user terminals. How about them apples? Wonder what's on those. John Deaton had said this yesterday. Liz Clayman says he's the decider when it comes to crypto and all this investigations and stock market. SEC Gary Gensler is with me tomorrow, which is today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Deaton says over 30K XRP holders have asked for an independent investigation into the gross appearances of impropriety and conflicts of interest related to the former chairman and Jay Clayton and former director William Hinman. Will he agree to an investigation to restore confidence in the SEC? Now, Liz, listen to the words coming out of my mouth. To quote, I think Friday, the movie. Is that Chris Tucker? Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Here, I'll be Gary, okay, Liz, and you're gonna ask him. You're gonna say, Gary, there are 65,000 XRP holders out there that say you have never even responded to them. And then Gary's going to go, well, Liz, you know that I can't comment on an ongoing investigation. And Liz, what you do then is you respond and say, Gary, that is a freaking cop-out. You people have let this market go thinking that Bitcoin and Ethereum for 3+ years are not securities, and you won't even tell the world if Ethereum's a security. You're the chairman of the freaking SEC. Do your freaking job and tell people on this channel right now whether Ethereum's a security, whether they should invest in it, not invest in it, and quit being a worm in your job and grab your, you know what, and have some responsibility for once in your life. Quit answering to the people that are propping you up and telling you what to do, and do your duty. That's the way you conduct that interview, Liz, and anything short of that is just another pile of garbage coming out of traditional media. I have faith in you, Liz Clayman, because I think that you're not afraid. CNBC, on the other hand. Now, so let's go back to what I said here. Exactly. Make him answer the questions and don't let him get away with the same old talking in circles, run out the interview clock. That's his game. You come up with some hard-hitting stuff. Make him look like an asshole. I'm sorry, I don't cuss on this channel, but listen, make him look like the jerk-off that he deserves to look like when he doesn't answer your questions, because that's what nobody has done with this guy. And this guy's a shameful character. There's no other. Shoot, you could describe him in a lot worse ways, but what a shameful character for the United States of America. For this guy to be who, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing in front of the world, but it's also scary that this is what our world's come to. Look around you, folks. Look around you. It's not just Gary Gensler and just this Ethereum free pass issue. It's all sorts of issues. I never in a million years thought that I would grow up in the United States of America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and watch as anything, the media, when I was a kid, let's take when Bill Clinton was president. When Bill Clinton was president, and yet the media, they didn't want to cover that Monica Lewinsky thing, and they shied away from it for a while. But the media eventually did their job, and they covered the thing, okay? Whether you think it was a good thing or a bad thing, they eventually covered it. Now we have a media who, when you see blatant corruption going on, the media, CNBC, they don't even cover it, folks. That is how you lose a democracy. They don't even cover it. Somebody is forcing them not to cover it. Julia Chatterley, to this day, is being told by someone not to cover the Ethereum free pass or lose her job, most likely. That is a scary place for a country that is supposed to be a democracy and have free markets, because they're shielding the American people from the truth. And in other words, they're lying to the American people. More specifically, this is a scary, scary time that we're in right now. And there is so much shame that should go around. It is pathetic. I'm disgusted, and I'm scared for my children's future. These people, there are so many of. Do you know how many people, all these powerful people in this country don't just need to be, they belonged in prison 10, 15 years ago. And not only are they not in prison, they're walking around fine dining, lapping it up. This is unbelievable what's happened to the United States of America. I am sick. Just sick. If I wasn't so disgusted by Washington, D.C., I might even run myself for something, because this is sick what's going on. We live in a world of lies. That lies are surrounding us. And there's the truth tellers, if a truth teller comes along, all of a sudden they're shut down. It is insane what's going on. And I talked to my dad yesterday, my father, the official father of the Digital Asset Investor channel. And I told him, I said, I keep looking around, wondering where the good guys are. Where's the cavalry? The old Westerns, the cavalry, the good guys always showed up at some point. Where are the damn good guys? Where are they? I really do ask that question. I ask it for my children's sake. Now, a little birdie has told Linkto that Ripple is going to be back on the platform today. As of right now, I don't think it's... it's fully subscribed right now. Look, they redesigned their page to show you what their top sellers are, which ones are limited shares. There's a little bit of BitPay left. top seller up. Oh, there's a little bit of that left.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.